The Matrix isn't about escaping the rat race of society, the 9 to 5. It's about knowing yourself. And knowing yourself requires you to pay attention to the beliefs that you have. You can find the beliefs that you have that don't align with your actions. And you can do this by paying attention to how you feel when you are exposed to something you don't like. So in the movie, they gave the example where Neo was being pushed by Morpheus and he responded in anger, saying, I know what you're trying to do. And then he responded, I'm only trying to free your mind. But like I said, I can only lead you to the door. You're the one that has to open it. Open it and ask yourself, basically, why do I feel this way? There's going to be what you're told, society and all that, right? But it's not about just paying attention to what someone told you. It's paying attention to what you know to be the case based on how you feel about any sort of answer to a question that you can ask yourself, such as why. I'm gonna touch a little bit of fire here and give you an example. Imagine that someone was telling me to call them a girl, and I said, no, I don't think you're a girl, you're a boy, and they got really upset and said that I was attacking them. The reason why isn't because I am just like some ignorant whatever. The reason is because I said something that in their head, they know that there's an objective and then there's a subjective understanding. And objectively speaking, whatever that is doesn't align with the subjective feeling. And so because there's a discrepancy between the two hemispheres of their brain, one that deals with arithmetic versus the one that does with harmonies, melodies, emotions, the left versus the right hemisphere, you have this negative feeling that's associated with the chemical tagging system we use to label data in the real world. But so like now, if I start talking about how Trump is like the savior of America and the world, or how he's the most evil racist something or another, a good portion of the population could be listening to their favorite song or talking to someone they like, but would literally stop that moment. Their chest would start being different, like they would feel a way that if you ask them, do you want to feel how you feel right now? No, I don't like feeling like this. I'm angry. I hate this. Okay. Now they're going to turn around and feed into it by trying to argue with someone. And if you ask them, why are you trying to argue? Because they're wrong. This, that, the other. No, no, no. What are you trying to do? Oh, well, nothing, because you're not going to change them, and you know that, but you're not thinking objectively, you're responding emotionally, which is why after you've responded emotionally, you then have to now take the time to go take a leap of faith. You let go of all your fears and doubts about what would be if you're wrong. You jump. You will not make it the first time, and it will hurt. Why? Because what you thought was true about yourself, a belief about how you should or shouldn't act, is a lie, which means every time you've used that to decide to do something or not, to feel a certain way or versus another, has been bullshit. That's called regrets. Now you can stack them up on your biological credit card, or you can start paying them down.